Hey, John here. Here's Legato day number 175. It's a hybrid into sweeping legato lick. As usual, I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. During the breakdown, I'm going to share some practice advice you can apply to this thing and pretty much anything else you're practicing. If you want the tabs, you have a link down in the description, and you also have a link to the backing track that I'm using. So we're going to start here on the 10th fret of the A string. This one is built on the E Aeolian scale, E natural minor, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. And we start here with this, basically it's like a G major 7 arpeggio. But we add this note as well, and that note. So if you want to be technical about it, it actually turns out to be a G major 13. But we hear everything in the relationship to E, so this is called a superimposed arpeggio, because we're playing one arpeggio over another tonality, and then you get the combined whole of all those notes. So basically you hear this note as the flat 3, this is the 5th, flat 7, 9th, 11, and then that's all the notes basically, because you have the flat 7 again, root, and 9th. So it sounds like E minor 11th chord. All right, so the way that the notes that I'm playing, first off, you can check the tab, that's the easiest thing. I'm just gonna play it once now and show you the general idea here. So it's the first phrase, so I'm just going first group of 4, second group of 4, and as you can see I'm using hybrid picking here, so down, hammer, M, A, down, pull off, down, M. Then I pick, pull off, pick, pick, slide. But as always, you can change the articulations up, meaning you can pick other notes that I play legato and vice versa, so you can get the sound that you like. Once you get to this point, we're gonna go down this D major arpeggio. But remember, all this is still played over the general tonality of E minor. So this actually sounds like you get the 11th again, 9th, flat 7, and 11th. So it's basically the same type of tonality over the E minor. Then we go down to the top of this arpeggio again. And then we go down to E minor 7 here. And here's where we change the subdivisions. So we have 16th notes up until this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we go 6 notes per beat from here. So we just go down. So that's one group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pick this down, pull up, 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 down, hammer, down, 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 down. As far as practicing this one, take it from the first fret, maybe play it twice, up, and so on, up and down the fretboard. It's a really good way to get good reps in, if you keep it at a tempo where everything is perfect. All right, so after this one, I actually pick this note, and then it's going to be legato, and we play this 6-note Yngwie sequence. And now the important thing here is that you get this shift to this note, and from here we go down all left hand. So basically from this picked note is all left hand. So except for the last note. So, and when I say all left hand, it just means that I don't pick even at the string changes. It's hammer-ons from nowhere. And a big mistake that I see a lot of people do, and I did that as well, was to overdo the hammer-on from nowhere, thinking that I need to do that, otherwise the string won't sound. But if you really experiment with this, you don't really need to overdo this, because if you overdo this one, you kind of have to overdo the rest as well, and then you're just gonna end up being really tense and you can't really play the way that you want to. So I hit this note, the root note, and then I hit it again, but I slide into it. So, and slide out. And that's it for the whole lick. So give it a try, move it around as much as you need, and also think about the stuff that I talked about when it comes to these hammer-ons from nowhere. And another tip as well for the legato is that try to get the two first notes, or first two fingers on each string, down at the same time, because then you're going to ensure that you're going to get a smooth connection, right? So you go instead of going, and then you have to push this down as an individual motion, and that's going to slow you down. Also going to be quite weird rhythmically for your brain, because if you look at this, if I go from this point, 1, 2, 3, if I don't put both of these down at the same time, I'm actually going to get 4 motions, because I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, which you don't hear, and then 4. So I get 4 motions for 3 notes. That's not great. So if you do this instead, 1, 2, 3, because now these two go down at the same time, and you're good. And a lot of students ask, like, well, what about the index finger or the, you know, the next finger? Well, usually that's going to be in place by itself, because you have time to move that finger anyway. So if you can just get the first 2 on each string change, you should be good. So that's something you can focus on if you found that you have trouble with pull-offs. And a final tip here, don't overdo the pull-off. And it's very easy to do that, where you go like, and you really like muscle through it. And it can sound all right when you do it slowly, but you will never get the correct feel in the left hand. I would never be able to do this if I had to do that super hard pull-off. So really try to find, you know, what's the least amount of force I can get away with, and then try to stick to that, and you'll find that your legato will sound way smoother, which is kind of the point with legato.